Money ain't a thing. Money ain't a thing.
Money in the bank. Money in the bank.
We can talk, but money talk, so talk more.
Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show, the Ash Cash Show, Ash Cash Show.
Baby, I got your money.
What up, y'all? Welcome to the Ash Cash Show every Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Make sure you go to the ashcashshow.com. Subscribe to the podcast. Go to ashcashtv.com. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are in the building. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Salute to everybody on the check-in. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me get my charger together on the IG side. Let me make sure my phone charged. Thank you so much for everybody who tapping in. Himothy, top of the morning. Life with the Artist, top of the morning. I do customs, peace, love, and positive energy. Salute. Stress less, live better. Salute. 3D Apparel Co. Salute. Native CI, top of the morning. Turks and Caicos. Look, Turks and Caicos is on the check-in. I am Tiffany Anderson, top of the morning. Empowered by Me, thank you for the badge love. Ramaya Trash, thank you for the badge love. Salute. Golden Boy said my first album was Doggy Style. Salute. It's the BIDEG double DYKANE. What you know about that? Hey, 3D Apparel, what you know about that? It's the BIDEG double DYKANE. Yeah, salute. Yeah, that's my favorite song. YouTube. Hold on. YouTube, Facebook, Digital Glow. What up, Digital Glow? In Japan, on the Japanese check-in. Hey, yo, for my folks on YouTube, Facebook, if y'all know what we talk about, you know what I'm saying? Hey, no. Iris Palmer, love Sunny San Diego in the building. Salute. I Stay Rich, top of the morning. Here, Go Getter, top of the morning. Abundance Community in the building. Peter Antonio, top of the top. Look, yo, if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, for the record, I've never been a Lakers fan. I respect the Lakers. I've never been a Lakers fan. I respect them, though, so I ain't no hating them like that. But, you know what I'm saying? If I had to say money makers, just for the record, just in case, you know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to get confused, you know what I'm saying? Respect to the franchise. One of the best basketball franchises ever. Excluding nobody, you know what I'm saying? But we're in the building. Brandon Lee, top of the morning on the YouTube check-in. Terrence G. Look, top of the morning. Look, Terrence said old school music. I'm telling my age. It's all good. Your age is a beautiful thing. I don't even run from it no more. I was when this song came out, I had to be like 7 or 8 years old. And this song and Special Ed I Got It Made is what like introduced me to hip hop. Some people had a different introduction. This is my introduction right here. Big Daddy Kane, you feel me? Jay the Global Connector. Salute, my G. JD, what up? It's Shems Creates, top of the morning. Witness the Elevation, top of the morning. My self-worth and network are building every day. If you know. Damien, what up? Callie Amazing, what up? Always Boogie, what up? Jay Humble, nephew, what up? Appreciate the badge up, my G. Our Cloak Minds, Yellow Vibrations, top of the top, D Smooth. Avail Body Works Massage, top of the morning. Salute. Yeah, YouTube, we up on YouTube. Mo, what up? Top of the top, my guy Mo on a Facebook check-in. Canon Culture, top of the top. Hit that like button, share, like. Guns Over Butter, top of the top. Salute. Sunny San Diego on the check. All right, let's go. Phoenix, Arizona. What up? I saw you yesterday for the first time on David's podcast, Social Proof, and you blessed me richly. Stay fly, LA. I appreciate you. Thank you for tapping in. That's the best interview I've ever done in my life. Fast shout to the bro. Taylor Joy, what up? Kenya Health, what up? We are the ones. Hiram, Georgia in the building. Butterfly Thoughts, thank you for the badge, love. Let's vibe out. Most High, RBG, what up? Have Fire. Y'all need to put these back on sale. I took these down. But I need to put these back on sale. Storm, what up, Storm? I got Storm in the building. No Martinez, what up? Top of the top, 21 levels. So what team are you a fan of? It's not the place. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to open that up. Age means knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Oh, if you know, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. If you understand, if you know, you know. Kane was going back in '88. That's my guy. This is when I fell in love with hip hop. What's this? Pottsmouth, New Hampshire in the building. Salute. No days off. All right, let's go. Y'all ready? Boston in the house. Brady, what up? Unconquered Healing. Look, Iris, Laker Nation. We have receipts. They are hanging at the Staples Center, Los Angeles. Look, I don't want to start nobody. David, the new Oprah, no. And why Gold, the top of the top. Invest Fest. Top of the top. All right, let's go. Let's rock out. Let's start with the daily aspiration. I think I like this beat though. Wait, hold on. Yup. Happy Throwback Thursday. Happy Throwback Thursday, my glorious go-getters. Welcome to the day that you throw back the notion that you don't have to give your all in everything you do. Today's daily aspiration is dedicated to half-stepping. If you look up half-stepping in the Urban Dictionary, it means not doing a complete job, BSing, opposite of coming correct. Some of us may not admit to this, but the biggest thing holding us back from our success is our ability to start and giving our all. We know what we want. We have an idea of how we're going to get it, but for some reason, we never execute on that idea. We wait on the sidelines, hoping some magical sign will appear and tell us it's the right time to put our plan into motion. This is false. The truth of the matter is that there will never be a right time. Whatever you want to do, just do it. The longer you wait, the longer it will take to reach your destination. The more you take action, the more the right way will be revealed. As Jordan Belfort once said, the one thing standing between you and your goal is a BS story you keep telling yourself as to why you can't achieve it. Stop being afraid of making mistakes. Any successful person will tell you that mistakes are a great part of success. Stop procrastinating and stop half-stepping. Your dreams are already achieved and waiting for you to claim them. Get up off your arse and go get it. Nothing can stop you but you. I'll leave you a couple of quotes. And the first one's by Tom DeMarco, and it says, there are a million ways to lose a workday, but not even a single way to get one back. Next quote by Wayne Gretzky, and it says, procrastination is one of the most common and deadliest of disease, and its toll on success and happiness is heavy. And last but not least by Alan Miller, that says, if you want to make an easy job seem mighty hard, just keep putting it off. So today's daily aspiration is about half-stepping, right? Hey, no, half-step. Look, I need y'all to focus up. I need you to focus up. I need you to understand that all this waiting y'all doing, right? Brandon Lee, what up? Salute to Brandon on the YouTube check-in. all this procrastination y'all doing, all this waiting around y'all doing, all this I know things are gonna get better, and when they get better, that's when I'm gonna do it. Hey yo, you playing around. You playing around. Because you know what you need to turn this off. I want to make sure you hear me. You know I'm talking to you. Look, I want to make sure you hear me, right? All this playing around. You already know. You were told, right? You already told what you need to be doing. And you sitting around, twiddling your thumbs, watching TV. No, I was playing. But all this sitting around, waiting for the right opportunity, when the right opportunity will never exist. Never. The right opportunity will never exist. And the fact that you're waiting means that you don't truly believe in what you're supposed to be doing, right? You don't really believe. And this level of procrastination, right? This level of procrastination is and I wouldn't even say it's hurting you at the end of the day, right? Because I think the good thing about life, right? The good thing about life is that you make choices, right? So you make choices. But the thing you got to understand, right, is that when you're not going as hard as you're supposed to go, only two things can happen, right? Either you're gonna have the self-discipline to do the things that you're supposed to be doing, or you're gonna sit and regret. That's the only options you got. You're either going to, right, create the self-discipline that is necessary to do what you need to do, or you're gonna regret. Yep.
Of all the subjects we've covered so far and are about to cover, none is more important than covering the disciplines for success.
None is more
What's at the
important.
core of achieving the good life? The major key to the good life. The major key is not in learning how to set goals. It is not in learning how to better manage your time.
Yep.
It is not in mastering the attributes of leadership. Every day in 1,000 different ways, we are trying to improve ourselves by learning how to do things. We spend a lifetime gathering knowledge in classrooms, in textbooks, in experiences. Now, if knowledge is power, if knowledge is the forerunner to success, then why do we fall short of our objectives? Why, in spite of all our knowledge and in spite of our collective experiences, do we find ourselves aimlessly wandering, settling for a life of existence rather than a life of substance? There may be many answers to this question. Your answers may be different
Miss
than
Edith,
your
you didn't spend money, you
or your
invested your
spouse's
money.
or your friends.
Words have
While
power.
there may be many answers to this question, the fundamental answer is the absence of discipline. Applying all that we know. That's the key word, discipline.
Discipline.
Self-discipline. We might add one
Just
more
phenomenal.
word
Thank you
here,
for the bad luck.
consistent. Consistent self-discipline. It doesn't really matter how smart you are or how much you
Yeah, the
know
graphics.
if
Thank
you
for the
don't
bad
use
luck.
it. It doesn't really matter that you graduated magna cum laude.
The
If you're
error
stuck in
explains
a
it all.
low
Thank you
paying
for the
job,
bad luck.
it doesn't
Hit
really
the
matter if you
graphics.
attended every seminar that comes to town if you don't apply what you've learned. Better than knowledge is applied knowledge. And once we've applied our knowledge, we must study the results of that process. Apply our knowledge, study the results, refine our approach. Finally, by trying and observing and refining and trying again, our knowledge will inevitably produce worthy results, admirable results. And with the joy and results of our efforts, we continue to apply, to learn, to observe, to fuel our ambition with the positive reinforcement of continued progress. Pretty soon, we'll find that we're swept into a spiral of
Halo,
achievement,
thank you for the
a
bad luck.
vertical
Patrick,
rise
thank
to
you for the bad luck.
success.
Taylor Joy, thank you for
And
the
the
bad luck.
ecstasy of that total experience makes for a life of triumph over tragedy, dullness, and mediocrity. But for this whole process to work for us, we must first master the art of
Even secret
discipline,
closet, thank you for the
self-discipline,
bad luck.
consistent self-discipline. It takes consistent self-discipline to master the art of setting goals, to master the art of time management, to master the art of leadership, to master the art of parenting and relationships. If we don't make consistent self-discipline part of our daily lives, the results we seek will be sporadic and elusive. It takes a consistent effort to truly manage our valuable time,
Solution
or
focused
we'll
coaching.
be
Thank you for the
consistently
badge love.
frustrated. Our time will be eaten up by others whose demands are stronger than our own. It takes discipline to conquer the nagging voices in our minds. The fear of failure, the fear of success, the fear of poverty, the
MyRightRadio.com.
fear of a broken heart. It takes discipline to keep trying when that nagging voice within us brings up the possibility of failure. It takes discipline to admit our errors and recognize our limitations. The voice of the human ego speaks
salute,
to
Halo.
all of us. Sometimes
We're
the
gonna
voice
talk
of
about that
ego
on Tuesday,
says that
too.
we should magnify our value beyond our results. It leads us to exaggerate, to
And
not be
Gold,
totally
appreciate you.
honest. It takes discipline to be totally honest,
Discipline.
both with ourselves and with others.
Hey, yo, to further
Be certain
listen,
of one thing. Every
MyRightRadioVIP.com.
exaggeration of the truth, once detected by others, destroys our credibility and makes all that we say and do suspect. As soon as a business colleague figures out that we tend to exaggerate, guess what? They'll always think we exaggerate, and they'll never quite hold us in the same regard again.
I
The tendency to
don't have this one.
exaggerate,
There's certain shirts.
distort, or even
If you go to
withhold the truth
AshCashMerch.com,
is an
pick some fire. You
inherent
get my
part
shirts.
of all of us.
I don't sell all of them, though.
And only an
one's a one-of-one.
all-out disciplined assault can overcome this tendency.
Witness to elevation. Thank you for the
It takes
badge love.
discipline to change a habit, because habits are formed a little bit each day, every day, every
thank
day. Once habits are
Welcome to
formed,
the
they
fam.
act like a giant cable. They act like a nearly unbreakable instinct that only long-term disciplined activity can change. We must unweave every strand of the cable of habits slowly and methodically, until the cable that once held us in bondage becomes nothing more than scattered strands of wire. It takes the consistent application of a new discipline, a more desirable one, to overcome one which is less desirable. It takes discipline to plan. It takes discipline to execute our
M. Dot, what up?
It takes discipline to look with full objectivity at the results of our applied plan. And it takes discipline to change either our plan or our method of executing that plan if the results are poor.
Now, I got
It
you.
takes
Beast
discipline to be
101.
firm when the world throws opinions at our feet. It takes discipline to ponder the value
Yo,
of
if I
someone
show y'all-
else's
y'all got
opinion
mad
when our
one-on-ones.
pride and our arrogance leads us to believe that we are the only ones with the answers. Discipline is a constant human awareness of the need for action and a conscious act by us to implement that action. Discipline is an awareness of the constant need for action and a conscious act to implement that action. If our awareness and our implementations occur at the same time, then we begin a valued sequence of disciplined activity.
Yep.
Now, here's the other side of discipline. If there's considerable time that passes between
Wait, hold on. Let me just in case y'all missed that, right? The reason why a lot of us aren't taking the action that's necessary is because we don't have the discipline, right? Meaning that if you were disciplined and as you were creating your levels of discipline and you kept creating your levels of discipline, that discipline then translate into the actions that you need to take that's going to get you what you need to go, right? And so I said this the other day, is that your goal is to be, right? And to be who you are, but as you're being who you are, there is a level of doing that comes along with that being. And so if I am inspiration and motivation, I am being that, I'm being that, right? But even in that being, it takes me a certain level of discipline to get up every single day and be that, right? And so me doing the show, me making sure that I'm writing and making sure that I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing in order to align my being with who I am, right? There's a level of discipline that comes with that, right? Fat shout to everybody that attended our webinar last night. So Julian Gordon, my brother, and I, we did a free, money reprogram webinar where we gave you 2 hours of heat. You know what I'm saying? Nothing but 2 hours of heat from 8 to 10 p.m. Right? Y'all, I've been up. I wake up 4 in the morning, right? And so there's a level of discipline that I say, yo, even though I did a late night webinar, right? I still managed to wake up at 4 in the morning, right? Regardless of what time I went to bed, I still managed to wake up and go and get up 4 in the morning. Because there's a level of discipline, right? Discipline says, yo, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna, make excuses. I'm gonna just make it happen, right? And look, same energy, right? I'm not saying, yo, I've been up, I went to sleep late. I woke up 4 in the morning, right? And matter of fact, at night, anybody who's on the webinar know we gave you the same energy, right? Same energy. Now I've been up since 4 in the morning. Same energy, right? It take a level of discipline, though. No coffee either, right? No coffee. Just high off life, right? Just water, right? No coffee, no breakfast, because I intermittent fast, so I don't eat till noon, right? And so I don't even eat breakfast. I drink water. You know what I'm saying? And so it takes a level of discipline for you to do what needs to be done, whether you want to do it or not. Right? Because at the end of the day, when you understand your mission. See, I don't think y'all understand. Like that's why you gotta tap in. I'm gonna let Jim go. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want, I ain't want to talk over the beat. You know what I'm saying? And you keep talking over the beat like Clue, right? I don't want to talk over the beat. But that's why you have to be tapped into something bigger than yourself. Right? You got to be tapped into something bigger than yourself. Right? Yo, because if I don't show up, so I'm going to tell you, if I don't show up, people suffer. Right? And I'm not taking the credit for that. God said, yo, Ash Cash, I need to use you real quick. Right? God always give me assignments. Loud and clear, though, too. God always gives me assignments. And when God has been whispering different assignments, I follow through. So I know, and this is not me saying this, I know for facts that if I don't show up, people suffer. And so, yo, my mission and my goal is so bigger than me, right? It is so much bigger than me. It ain't about the car I drive. It ain't about the house I live in. It ain't about my bank account. It ain't about my investment accounts. It ain't about the properties I own. It ain't about none of that, right? Because when God calls me back, nobody's going to care about what car I drove. That's just facts. Nobody going to say, yo, remember Ash Cash? Yeah, he had the white G-Wagon. Nobody's going to care. Yo, you remember Ash Cash? Yo, he had a 7,000 square foot home with the high ceilings. Nobody's gonna care. Yo, you remember the different properties that he had? Nobody's gonna care. When it's done, nobody's gonna talk about your things. Nobody's gonna talk about how well you live. Nobody's gonna talk about the 5 restaurants you've been through. Nobody, and it does not matter. The truth of the matter is, what are you doing for other people? How are you serving? Right? How are you serving? Because when it's all said and done, they're going to say, damn, I remember fill in the blank. What is your impact? How did you impact the world? And I know, right, that every day, if I don't show up on any day, And showing up is not just like, let me just get this over with. That's not showing up. To me, right? Discipline is not just like doing the least, right? And this is why today's daily word is about no half-stepping. Discipline is not about doing the least. Discipline is not like, let me just get this over with. I'm gonna show up, but at least I did it. I don't even understand that word. At least. At least is so disrespectful. Don't even tell me at least. Tell me at most. What did you do at most? Don't tell me what you did at least. I'm supposed to be happy with at least. You want people to be happy with at least? At least. I don't even know that word. I don't even talk. Don't even never mention at least to me. Tell me what you did at most. At most, I did a webinar last night and gave you energy. At most, I woke up at 4 a.m. and started to do my ritual so that, right? I woke up 4 a.m. at most and prayed and meditated and worked on some things because I'm on assignment. At most, I came in here 8 a.m. and gave you the smoke like I give you the smoke every single day. At most. Right? Ain't no half-stepping. And so discipline ain't about, hey, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make it happen. Yeah. Right? Like, don't even fix your face. What my shirt say? I am greatness on display. Greatness don't understand at least. At least? How you great and you at least? In what dictionary, in what book does at least get connected to greatness? Where? At what point have you ever seen at least? Talk to me about somebody great. You name them. I won't even give you no examples. I'm not even going to give you no examples. You think right now, think about somebody great. Think about somebody great and think about at least. What? Michael Jordan had the flu. And at most, he still gave you 40, 50 points with the flu. At most. My fault. I'm sorry. I
In the moment of awareness and the time of our implementation, then that is called procrastination. Doing it tomorrow instead of today. Procrastination, an almost exact opposite of discipline. The voice within us says, get it done. Discipline then says, do it now. Do it to the best of your ability, today, tomorrow, and always, until finally the worthy deed becomes instinctive. Procrastination says later, tomorrow, whenever I get a chance. Procrastination also says do what is necessary to get by or to impress others. Do what you can, but not what you must.
JC.
In every circumstance we face, we are constantly presented with these two choices. Do it now or do it later. Discipline and procrastination. A choice between a disciplined existence, bearing the fruit of achievement and contentment, or procrastination, the easy life for which the future will bear no fruit, only the bare branches of mediocrity. The rewards of a disciplined life are great, but they're often delayed until some time in the future. The rewards for the lack of discipline are immediate, but they are minor in comparison to the immeasurable rewards of consistent self-discipline. An immediate reward for lack of discipline is a fun day at the beach. A future reward of discipline is owning the beach. For most, we choose today's pleasure rather than tomorrow's fortune. So how can you get rid of the easy distractions? How can you keep your mind on what you're trying to do? How can you keep an attitude of doing it all and doing it now? How can you make the choice of discipline over procrastination? How can you stay focused on your ambitions? How can you avoid conversations at the water cooler? You can keep your focus on your work. You can get it done today instead of tomorrow. you've got to really work on your consistent self-discipline on a daily basis, or you'll find yourself distracted. Distracted by negative thoughts, distracted by negative people, distracted by water cooler chatter, and pretty soon, depending on the type of people you've associated with, distracted by your doubts within yourself. Never underestimate the power of influence and associations, and never underestimate the power of your own consistent self-discipline. Now let's take a closer look at discipline. True discipline is not the easiest option.
Not the easiest
Most people
option.
would rather sleep until 10 o'clock than get up at 6. It's easier to go to bed late, sleep late, show up late, leave early. It's easier not to read. It's easier
Facts,
to turn
Irish
on the
Mama.
television than to open a book. It's easier to do just enough than to do it all. Waiting is always easier than acting. Trying is always easier than doing. Imagine what life would be like if we didn't have to make our bed in the morning, or keep our garage clean, or pay our taxes, or show up for work tomorrow. Wouldn't it be fascinating if we didn't have to do these things? Wouldn't it be fascinating? What do you suppose would become of us? You're right, not much.
Not much.
For whatever the reason, the system we live in and contribute to is designed to make the easiest things in life the most unprofitable. Profitable seems to be the most difficult.
Yo, the easy things are the most unprofitable.
Our world is and always will be a constant battle between the life of ease and its momentary
I'm gonna give you a
rewards
secret real quick,
and
though.
a life of discipline and its far more significant rewards. Each has its own price. The price of discipline or the price of regret. We will pay one or the
You're
other.
gonna pay one or the
What we
other.
wish we had done is the voice of regret, speaking in a sorrowful tone at a time when there is no going back. This is regret. No second chance. No, what would I do differently? Choose one or the other, but both will have their price, the price of discipline or the price of regret. One costs pennies, the other
with
a
immense
fortune.
ton.
Dostoevsky said, there are hundreds of young men who would die for the truth, but very few who would spend 5 years studying to know what the truth is.
You are now listening to
Yeah, let me tell you something real quick, though.
MindBlackRadio.com,
So y'all
the
can
only
understand
place to
the
get
importance of
inspiration
discipline.
and motivation all day, every day.
Let me tell you something real quick, right? One of the reason why discipline is so important is because discipline, the right discipline at the right time will buy you time, will give you freedom. Understanding the right discipline will put you in a position of financial freedom, right? Like we talked about this yesterday. The right discipline, you got to make sure, with the right discipline, you work, right? You work hard, right? For lack of better words, because not really work when you love what you're doing. Like I don't wake up 4 a.m. You're so crazy. I never dread waking up. I don't dread waking up. I don't be like, here we go again, right? I'm actually excited. Like I'm actually like, yo, I wonder what message God is gonna put in me today. Like I wonder, you know what I'm saying? I wonder who I'm gonna touch today. Like I don't even dread, like, you know what I'm saying? When I'm writing, when I'm working, when I'm whatever, like I love what I do, you know what I'm saying? And that love, translates into my work. And then when that translates into my work, that gives me freedom. You know what I'm saying? I can say no to whatever I need to say no to. I don't have to do I don't even think y'all understand. Like this level of discipline means that I do not have to do anything that I do not want to do. There's nothing that if I don't want to do it, I don't have to do nothing. I can say no to whatever I want to say no to. I have to do nothing. I'm not required to do nothing. Hey, yo, I don't even think that level of freedom. Hey, yo, I wake up in the morning If I didn't commit myself to y'all, if I decided to stay to 12 in the morning, 12 in the afternoon and sleep, God has provided abundantly where I ain't got to worry about nothing, like nothing, excluding nothing. You know what I'm saying? But how does that happen? That happens because of discipline. But then once you get the discipline, though, you got to do this one thing. It's 3 words. Take massive action. That's it.
So, purpose is power. The questions you know are what? Why do I want this? Why is this so important to me? Why is this a must for me? How will I enjoy this? Here's the M in RPM. The M is a map, a massive action plan. Once you know exactly what it is you want, once you're absolutely clear in your mind in terms of your purpose, like why this is a must for you, what juices you, why you want to do this, then you need the M. You need a map, a massive action plan. Why a massive action plan? Because small plans don't produce.
Well, hold on, sorry. Pinks of Fire. I appreciate you always asking questions because it's always a lesson in your questions. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you. And I thank you for being transparent enough to ask the questions. And I want to answer this though before, because I know Tony Robbins is about to answer this, right? But I read this question and I know there's somebody else who's struggling with the same thing. So Pinks of Fire says, how do you minimize the distractions and stay the course? Because I'm struggling with this area. Sheesh. Respectfully. You know when somebody say respectfully, they about to say something that's not no, I ain't gonna be disrespectful. But look, your why isn't big enough. If you're struggling to stay the course, then your why isn't big enough. What you're doing is not big enough, right? When what you're doing becomes bigger than you, who you're being becomes bigger than you, then there's no distraction in the world that could come in your way, right? For my parents out there, if your child was sick and in order to save your child's life, your child or a loved one, whoever, right? If you had a loved one and your loved one was sick, and in order to save your loved one's life, you have to be fully attentive to whatever that loved one needs are. Ain't nothing that could distract you from that, right? Because at that very moment, it is your loved one, it is that person's life that is most important that you got to attend to, right? If you stepped on a nail, right? If you stepped on a nail and that nail was stuck in your foot, I don't care what was trying to distract you. The most important thing that you need to do is get to that emergency room so they can take the nail out, patch you up, and fix that at that very moment. And so the truth of the matter is that you haven't dug deep enough to find something that's bigger than you, right? It's not big. You haven't found that thing. You're still thinking very small, right? Either you're thinking very small, or you don't give yourself enough credit to realize what your impact is, right? Because I know my impact, right? And so I promise you, I get asked to do things. I get asked to do a lot of things that are very tempting, right? You have to imagine with someone with my level of access and someone with a big platform like I get opportunities all the time, right? I do not allow anything or anyone to distract me from what God has told me to do. Because my why is so big, right? Like in the check-ins, right? It's not just in America. You hear me in the check-ins. I got people, Turks and Caicos. I got people all over the world who need my voice, right? And so my why is so big. Like I'm working on projects right now that save lives, right? And so my why is so big that it's to the point that if I allow myself to be distracted, right? I'm signaling to the universe how much I actually don't believe or I'm being disobedient. Because if I believed in the way I needed to believe, then I wouldn't even allow myself to be distracted. Because I see the importance of the work that I do every single day, right? And so I have a priority list. I'm going to tell you my priority list. My priority list is God, family, community, which means that there is nothing that could come in the way between what God has told me to do, right? There's nothing above what God has told me to do. Then once I'm obedient to God, there's nothing that comes before my family. And then once I'm obedient to my family, there's nothing that comes before my community. Everything else, y'all can keep it. That's my priority list. God, family, community. And so my discipline, my actions, who I be on a daily basis is based on that. I'm going to give you another secret. It might work for some or not, but here's the thing, right? My phone stays on do not disturb. Here's my secret. My phone stays on do not disturb. My voicemail is full and I'm not unchecking it. Right? Because I don't want to hear what you got to say. You know what my voicemail says? My voicemail says, yo, thank you for calling. If you know what I mean, if sorry I missed your call, please send me a text. I'm gonna answer you faster if you send me a text. Right? And so you may say, it's a hack though, watch this. You may say, yo, if your phone is on do not disturb, what if there's an emergency? I add people to my do not disturb list, to my favorites. And so that's the rule. The rule says do not disturb unless you're in my favorites. And so if you made it to my favorites, right, that means if you call, your call will go through. If not, you need to text me, right? Which means that I am never distracted by nothing. I'm not distracted by notifications. I'm not distracted by calls. I'm not even distracted by texts. They pop up. I check them where I check them. You know why? Because I woke up with a priority list. And whatever I prioritize, if that's not on the list, it will not make it. Like today, I have a priority. After the show, I have one priority. Nothing else is gonna jump in the way of that. And what happens though, too, if you have time for distractions, here's the other thing. Last bar, and then I'm gonna let Tony Robbins talk because I think he'll answer this. If you have time for distractions, you're not doing enough. I'm gonna say that again. If you have time to be distracted, you are not doing enough. Meaning that when you take massive action on what you're supposed to take massive action to, you don't even have enough time to do that. So how do you have enough time to be distracted? How do you have enough time to take away from the massive action, from the thing that you're doing, if you're doing the thing in the way you're supposed to be doing it? If I'm taking massive action, if I'm shutting down, I'm saying, yo, I'm only focusing on that. How in God's green earth could I possibly be distracted if that's what I'm focused on? Right? And so that's why taking massive action is important. All right, get it, Tony. Talk to him. Oh, this not the one. Hold on. Sorry. I'm about to give y'all another bar. I'm about to give y'all some other heat.
Purpose is power.
Purpose is power.
Questions you know are what? Why do I want this? Why is this so important to me? Why is this a must for me? How will I enjoy this? Here's the M in RPM. The M is a map, a massive action plan. Once you know exactly what it is you want, once you're absolutely clear in your mind in terms of your purpose, like why this is a must for you, what juices you, why you want to do this, then you need the M. You need a map, a massive action plan. Why a massive action plan? Because small plans don't produce any result. How many of you have ever set a goal, been juiced about it, and gone for it, and your plan miserably failed? So our goal is not to be anal. Our goal is to create a map with so many choices that if one doesn't work, another one will. Because if you try something that doesn't work and you don't have another plan, basically you lose all momentum. So our goal is to brainstorm out as many ways as possible to get that result in the shortest period of time. So it's more like art. So now I can make it this way, this way, this way, this way. I can try it many different ways. And think of a map as being like this. A map is the way you navigate from where you are to where you want to go. Now, if you got a map, you got some power. But for the map to be valuable, you got to know two answers. Number one, you got to know where do you want to go. If you go to the map and you don't know where you want to go, the map is worthless. The second thing you got to know is where are you? If you don't know where you are and you know where you want to go, you're not going to navigate accurately. The question you're going to ask yourself is, what specific action do I need to take in order to get this result I'm committed to? What specific action do I need to take in order to get the result I'm committed to? Now, you don't say general. So, for example, someone says, my outcome is I want to lose some weight. The problem with that is it's not specific result. So you got to get it specific. Now they say, okay, I want to lose 12 pounds. That's wonderful, but how come you've not done that in the past? Because you haven't marshaled enough reasons. Reasons come first, answers come second. Get strong enough reasons, you can figure out big enough why to do something, you can figure out how to do anything. So this time, take the extra time to figure out why. This is the part people don't do in the beginning, because they go, oh, it takes time to write down these reasons and think about them. Let me just write my list. Well, writing your list without knowing your reasons is a guaranteed way to make sure that whatever you do is not sustainable. The emotion makes it sustainable. Okay? So you got to make sure you come up with that aspect. Then you come up with what the actions are. What specific actions are you going to take to make this happen? So you say, okay, I want to lose 12 pounds. And the reason is, and there are going to be lots of reasons, because I'm sick and tired of no longer being able to fit in that chair where I sit down with my kid, because I want to feel sexy, because I want the juice of feeling fully alive. Whatever the reasons are for you, they're different for everybody. If you get a juicy enough reason, strong enough reason, now when you ask, what should I do? Now's the time to ask that. What specifically should I do to achieve this, having this emotion? For example, if you're angry, if you are excited, if you are energized, any of those emotions, will you come up with a different quality of to-do list than if you're planning? Yes or no? You better believe it. Or tired, or overwhelmed. Will it change you? Yes or no? So that's why the sequence of these is so critical. If you start out with what to do, I guarantee you're not going to experience what it is you want. So it's kind of like if you know the right numbers to someone's phone number and you dial them in the wrong order, I don't care that you have the right information, you're not going to maximize the result, you're not going to reach it. If you know the vault, you know the numbers in the wrong order, you're not going to open up all the juice you're after. This is the way you do it, and all successful people can tell you the answer to 3 questions. What are they? What is it you really want? What specific result are you committed to achieving? Secondly, why do you want it? What's your
Tony Pro, salute, King.
What's the reason that'll make this something you want to do, you will do, you'll find a way? And thirdly, what's your massive action plan? What specific actions will you take to achieve this? If you can answer those 3 questions, you do nothing else, I guarantee you can achieve things you never achieved before. In fact, if you can do the first 2, you'll achieve more than 90% of people around you. How many of you in this room have ever had...
Wait, hold on. I'm giving too much smoke. I had to pause it. Oh, wait. What they doing? What's happening? Pause due to reconnection. What they doing, IG? Don't do that, IG. Let me live, IG. Let me live, IG. Look, IG be on some BS. Hold on. Where IG at? IG be on some BS. Hold on, IG. Wait, are we back? Hey, yo, IG be on some BS. When I give too much smoke. Tamika, what up? When I give too much smoke, it be bugging. So I gotta make sure. IG be hating sometimes. IG be like, yo, you giving too much smoke. So I had to pause. Look, Tamika says, yo, come over to. Yo, I think I might have to just rock with Facebook and YouTube. Because IG be bugging. IG don't be wanting me to get all the smoke out. IG be like, yo, all right, hold on. Let me go back in. Let's see. IG, let me live.
Something you got focused on, a specific vision, a goal, a desire, and you were so focused on it. You focused on it every day because you were excited about it. And you had a lot of emotion about it. Something really juiced you up. You had no clue how you're going to achieve it. And stuff just started to happen. Like you meet somebody or something came together or your brain came up with an idea. And before you knew it, this thing you wrote down was now a reality. How many have done this before in your life? Say I. Then all of you here are people that use RPM. You've done RPM anytime you succeeded. You shouldn't call it that. A results-focused, purpose-driven, massive action plan. The rapid planning method because slow in the beginning, pretty soon gets fast. Because when you start focusing on the outcome, the result, and you don't have emotion, you'll get there 10 times faster than if you just have a plan for something that you need to do. If the emotion speeds it up, knowing the target. Think about it. If you know the exact
Can you run those three
target,
questions back?
and you have the force.
Wait, hold on. What time is it? I don't know.
Between which
We got time.
to hit that target. But if you don't have a target and you don't have a lot of energy and you start throwing arrows around, and that's how most people operate. Most people operate ready, fire, aim.
Wait, hold on.
Yo, bring that back. Hip hop motivation on another level. Mind Right Radio. Elevate your mind. You elevate your life.
Is power. Questions you know are what? Why do I want this? Why is this so important to me? Why is this a must for me? How will I enjoy this? Here's the M in RPM. The M is a map, a massive action plan. Once you know exactly what it is you want, once you're absolutely clear in your mind in terms of your purpose, like why this is a must for you, what juices you, why you want to do this, then you need the M. You need a map, a massive action plan. Why a massive action plan? Because small plans don't produce any result. How many of you have ever set a goal, been juiced about it, and gone for it, and your plan miserably failed? So our goal is not to be anal. Our goal is to create a map with so many choices that if one doesn't work, another one will, another one will. Because if you try something that doesn't work and you don't have another plan, basically you lose all momentum. So our goal is to brainstorm out as many ways as possible to get that result in the shortest period of time. But so it's more like art. So now I can make it this way, this way, this way, this way. I can try it many different ways. And think of a map as being like this. A map is the way you navigate from where you are to where you want to go. Now, if you got a map, you got some power. But for the map to be valuable, you got to know two answers. Number one, you got to know where you want to go. If you go to the map and you don't know where you want to go, the map is worthless. The second thing you got to know is where are you? If you don't know where you are and you know where you want to go, you're not going to navigate accurately. The question you're going to ask yourself is, what specific action do I need to take in order to get this result I'm committed to? What specific action do I need to take in order to get the result I'm committed to? Now, you don't say general. So, for example, someone says, my outcome is I want to lose some weight. The problem with that is it's not specific result. So you got to get it specific. Now they say, okay, I want to lose 12 pounds. That's wonderful, but how come you've not done that in the past? Because you haven't marshaled enough reasons. Reasons come first, answers come second. Get strong enough reasons, you can figure out big enough why to do something, you can figure out how to do anything. So this time, take the extra time to figure out why. This is the part people don't do in the beginning because they go, oh, it takes time to write down these reasons and think about it. Let me just write my list. Well, writing your list without knowing your reasons is a guaranteed way to make sure that whatever you do is not sustainable. The emotion makes it sustainable. Okay. So you got to make sure you come up with that husband. Then you come up with what the actions are. What specific actions are you going to take to make this happen? So you say, okay, I want to lose 12 pounds. And the reason is, and there are going to be lots of reasons, because I'm sick and tired of no longer being able to fit in that chair where I sit down with my kid, because I want to feel sexy, because I want the juice of feeling fully alive. Whatever the reasons are for you, they're different for everybody. But if you get a juicy enough reason, strong enough reason, now when you ask, what should I do? Now's the time to ask that. What specifically should I do to achieve this, having this emotion? For example, if you're angry, if you are excited, if you are energized, any of those emotions, will you come up with a different quality of to-do list than if you're planning? Yes or no? You better believe it. Or tired, or overwhelmed. Will it change you? Yes or no? So that's why the sequence of these is so critical. If you start out with what to do, I guarantee you're not going to experience what it is you want. So it's kind of like if you know the right numbers to someone's phone number and you dial them in the wrong order, I don't care that you have the right information, you're not going to maximize the result, you're not going to reach it. If you know the vault, you know the numbers in the wrong order, you're not going to open up all the juice you're after. This is the way you do it, and all successful people can tell you to answer 3 questions. What are they? What is it you really want? What specific result are you committed to achieving? Secondly, why do you want it? What's your purpose? What's the reason it'll make this something you want to do, you will do, you find a way? And thirdly, what's your massive action plan? What specific actions will you take to achieve this? If you can answer those 3 questions, you do nothing else, I guarantee you can achieve things you never achieved before. In fact, if you can do the first 2, you'll achieve more than 90% of people around you. How many of you in this room have ever had something you got focused on, a specific vision, a goal, a desire, and you were so focused on it? You focused on it every day because you were excited about it. You had a lot of emotion about it. Something really juiced you up. You had no clue how you're going to achieve it. And stuff just started to happen. Like you meet somebody or something came together or your brain came up with an idea. And before you knew it, this thing you wrote down was now a reality. How many have done this before in your life? Say I. Then all of you here are people that use RPM. You've done RPM anytime you succeeded. You shouldn't call it that. A results-focused, purpose-driven, massive action plan. The rapid planning method, because slow in the beginning, pretty soon gets fast. Because when you start focusing on the outcome, the result, and you have enough emotion, you'll get there 10 times faster than if you just have a plan for something that you need to do. If the emotion speeds it up, knowing the target. Think about it. If you know the exact target and you have the force and the energy to send into it, now it's only a matter of time between which activity is going to hit that target. But if you don't have a target and you don't have a lot of energy and you start throwing arrows around, and that's how most people operate. Most people operate ready, fire, aim. Right? They're taking all kinds of action. Massive action is only the cure-all if you have a clear outcome and enough reason to get yourself to continue to do it. That's why the sequence is critical. So what is RPM? Stands for the rapid planning method. It also stands for having a results-focused, purpose-driven, massive action plan. It stands for 3 questions. Question number 1 is, what specific result am I committed to?
What's the result?
What's measurable? Secondly, you're going to ask yourself what? Why do I want it? What's my real purpose? What are the reasons they're going to drive me? And the third question you ask yourself is, what specific actions must I take to achieve this outcome in this time frame? And the more specific you are about the actions, the better. Just like if you say, I'm going to lose some weight, it's not going to work. I'm going to lose 12 pounds in the next 3 weeks. That's very clear. Great. Why? Strong enough reasons. Then, what specific you have to do? If you go exercise, is that specific? Yes or no? Come up with an outline of the activity, but if the activity doesn't work, what do? Something else. If they know the outcome and they know enough reasons why, if that doesn't work, what do? Change it. What do you do? Change it. That doesn't work. What do you do? How long? Until you get the result. And if there is a clear enough outcome and enough emotion and enough change in the activity, you'll get it. And helping you to get a sense of what you focus on is what you feel. Just remember, where focus goes, energy flows. And everything is trying to grab your focus all the time. Most of us are getting our attention driven off by what other people want us to do.
Wait, hold on, right? Hold on. Your focus is being drifted by what other people want you to do. We about to go in a second. Hold on.
Close. And
more
everything
minutes,
is trying
4
to
more
grab your
minutes.
focus all the time. Most of us are getting our attention driven off by what other people want us to do in reaction, or something we think will give us a lot of pain or a lot of pleasure, so we got to deal with it right now, or something we can escape with. But what we got to organize ourselves around is, what do you want?
What do you want?
What's most important to you? What's your outcome? And then why do you want it? We lose track if we allow ourselves to live in reaction. Take control of your mind, take control of your emotion, take control of your time with these 3 questions. What's my outcome? What do I really want? Why do I want it? And what's the best, quickest, most powerful way to get to that result? You don't have to do it all to get what you're really after. But the questions alone, if you do nothing else but ask these questions, it can take you out of stress, because you start focusing on what you want and what you're after. The brain's amazing. If you've ever had something that seemed difficult or impossible, but you had a goal, you had a dream, you had something you really wanted, and you obsessed about it, you focused on the outcome, and you knew why you wanted it, and you kept thinking about it and feeling it. Having had times like something like that, it just came together. You don't even know how. Like, you met a certain person, or all of a sudden, you got introduced to someone, or you got an interesting insight, and you figured out how to make it work. This is a thinking process. Just take a few seconds after listening to this right now and answer 3 questions. First question is, what do you really want for your life?
What do you really want for your life?
Maybe you've been doing the same thing for a long time, and what do I really want today? It's time to make a shift. Maybe, you're at a different stage of life. Maybe it's time for a new beginning. I'd love you to answer the question, just like a paragraph. What would an extraordinary life look like for you today? What would your life be like if you'd really mastered time? Second question is, if you don't master it, what is the stress of not mastering your time costing you?
What is the
So
stress
just
of
be
not
honest with
mastering
yourself.
time
Don't do this
cost
in
you?
your
What
head.
does it
If you
cost
write
you?
it down, you'll instigate, you'll trigger your own inner drive.
Yeah.
So please, before you go any further, what would an extraordinary life look like? That's number 1. And what is the lack of mastery of time costing you physically, emotionally, in relationships? Just, it may not sound pleasant, but we need both, sometimes the carrot and stick, to get ourselves to follow through. It's just useful to see the truth in front of us. And then the third thing to do, why don't you just take one aspect of your life and say, what's one specific result I want? What's something I want to accomplish? Maybe it's something right now you're saying you have to do. I got to call this person. I got to complete this thing. Just come back and say, okay, I don't want to just call them. I just want to just complete this. What do I want? I really want to make major progress on X. I want to make major progress in my business on this. I want to make change in my body on that. I want to shift my family. There's an outcome you want. And why do I want that? Well, gosh, if I make this change in my business, my goodness, I'm gonna feel phenomenal. I'm gonna transform my life of my customers, or I'm gonna have a heck of a lot more fun, or I'm gonna have some free time. If I do this in my body, I'm gonna have more energy. Pick an area where you think you have to do some things, and ask yourself, what do I want? What does that relate to that I want? I get a bunch of phone calls, perfect example, and I say, okay, I see all these people calling me, but what do I want? I want to make major progress on my book, let's say. I say, you know what, John's called me, Mary's called me, Paul's called me. Well, John and Mary both can help me on my book. I'll call them, find out what they want, but I'm gonna ask them some questions that can help me in making progress. And why am I doing this book? Because I want to change lives. That's my purpose. I want to make a difference. I know it can free people when they understand this. And then how do I do it?
know
Well,
it
I'm
can
gonna call
free.
John, I'm gonna call Mary, and I'm gonna do this. If you would, ask yourself the questions that will organize yourself and see if you can't make a change from have to get to.
Yeah.
From a bunch of stuff you got
Have
to do
to get
to
to.
a targeted result that you really want, you know why you want it, and you know what to do to make it happen. That'd be the third step.
If you change your mind, then you change your
All right,
life.
y'all.
Mind Right Radio.
Slow feet don't eat.
and
Facts.
motivation 24/7.
All right, yo. Ain't no half stepping today. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in, tuning in. 33 badges. If you know, you know. The map. Look, if you understand numerology, 33 is the master teacher number. So I received that symbolism. 33 badges today. Stay Fly LA, thank you for the badge, love. Empowered by Me, thank you for the badge, love. Ramaya Trash, thank you for the badge, love. I am Tiffany Anderson. Thank you for the badge, love. Nephew, I love Jay Humble. Thank you for the badge, love. Just Phenomenal. Thank you for the badge, love. D-Era explains it all. Thank you for the badge, love. Patrick Watkins, 79. Thank you for the badge, love. Taylor Joy Productions. Thank you for the badge, love. Adiva Secrets Closet. Thank you for the badge, love. Solution Focus Coaching. Thank you for the badge, love. Witness to Elevation. Thank you for the badge, love, 2 times. Butterfly Thoughts. Thank you for the badge, love, 2 times. Maya. Kiana. Thank you for the badge, love. Z Realty Group. Thank you for the badge, love. King Pop WS. Thank you for the badge, love. It's a low. Thank you for the badge, love, 3 times. Panther Inc. Graphics. Thank you for the badge, love, twice. I Stay Rich. Thank you for the badge, love, 2 times. Black Economic Expo. Thank you for the badge, love. Nadira. Thank you for the badge, love. Orlando. Thank you for the badge, love. I Cover All Atlanta Homes. Thank you for the badge, love. Gail Keys Allen. Thank you for the badge, love. FFE.Tado. Thank you for the badge, love. Where's CJ? Thank you for the badge, love. Watch Amber. Thank you for the badge, love. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for tapping in, tuning in. If it's your first time, well, let me come back. We here every Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Super Zoe 305. Saka Fed. Thank you for the badge, love. Yeah, thank y'all for tapping in. Thank y'all for tuning in. We here the Graph. Thank you for the badge, love. Yo, we here every Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Yo, next week. Because you come in here trying to thug stuff out. All right, y'all. Love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Hey, yo, tonight. I forgot. Tonight. Make sure y'all check out Inside the Vault with Ash Cash. We got Dr. Damon and Dr. Heavenly Kimes from Bravo, Married to Medicine. Make sure, powerful episode. Make sure y'all check it out. I appreciate y'all. Tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I'll see y'all tomorrow. In God's will, same time, same place. All right, peace.
I'm talking about well. Money ain't a thing. Money ain't a thing.
Money in the bank. Money in the bank.
We can talk, but money talk, so talk more.
Ash Cash Show. Ash Cash Show.